Hi guys, how about talking a little bit about tennis? Yeah, this uh, graceful sport, and why not in the middle of one of the gracefulness or one of the beautiful, may I say, competitions, the Wimbledon. Yeah, everybody talking about World Cup, football World Cup, but in the meantime, Wimbledon is got to its final stage. Today it was final for the women final, and tomorrow it's the men's final, and and I like this sport, and why should we talk about Wimbledon suddenly out of the sudden? But okay, one of my favorite sports. I think tennis players are one of the greatest, one of the toughest sports. You should maintain a high intensity for if you're at the top level for a couple or several hours. Yes, some games, 5 sets in the biggest championships, like I mean the Grand Slams, can take up to even more than 5 hours, 5 sets. Yeah, every set can take for an hour. So this makes this sport really tough, at least at the highest level, as I told you. And what is the highest level? So you have of course, you have the Olympics, and you have the in tennis you don't have the World Cup. Well, okay, you have the Tennis Cup every year. Who wins it becomes the best national team. But tennis is individual sports, and and as individual sports, there is no World Cup, but every year there's several competitions which are above all the others, and those are the Grand Slams. So we have the Australian Open, which played on the hard court. We have the Roland Garros, which played in Paris and on the clay court, and Wimbledon, the one we are talking about right now. I am talking about right now, which is on this is a grass court, and the USA Open, which is as in the case of Australian Open, is also on a hard court. Yes, so those four we have also the ATP finals and WTA finals, finals. I mean the Masters finals, and those two are one for women and one for men, are matching between are gathering eight best players this in the particular year. But the most important are the four Grand Slams I just listed, and Wimbledon for many is the greatest of all of those four, because the history, because the beautiful white Okay, I'm white and black, but this is for Wimbledon, white outfit of the men, but of course even more for women. And yeah, there is a dress code, history dress code for the players, and the game is very intense. The grass court intensifies the speed of the ball, and it is really it is really nice, really nice to see. Extremely I don't know how to say it. It is exciting, extremely exciting. Yeah, and it is beautiful. So yeah, and right now the Wimbledon just fell on the World Cup, or World Cup fell on the Wimbledon, and much less talking about Wimbledon. And I think we should correct it a little bit, and of course, because tomorrow it's the big final, the men final. Today, Carolina, today the women's final was between two Czech players, tennis players, which which is not not surprising, because Czech women were always at the top, and many Czech players were at the top, and we can say it's because the Martina Navratilova, but she was born in Czech Republic, but her latest years, and she played for USA, and right now she's in USA. So I don't think it's about this is about her, but there is a strong school, well, let's say the school, Czech school for tennis, and Navratilova was one of the greatest, of course, the greatest example of this school, but every time there is a one Czech at the top 10. I don't remember when there was a time when there wasn't. So, and this time it's not an exception, and both of the finalists was from Czech Republic, and it was the most exciting final of the past couple of years. Yeah, not only Czech players, but all they are friends. So yes, and congratulate them for this achievement. But the final tomorrow, it's between the final. What I started, and I want to talk about between and what made me so excited that I wanted to talk is that a couple of reasons. First of all, Mikhail Zverev, who the first finalist, and made terminated, or let's say it, or stopped Frey, who was a wild card receiver, and typically a wild card it's like somebody who from 100 position and less, and getting this wild card, or just like Serena Williams that was not that wasn't playing for 4 years, if I'm not mistaken, and she received it because of the history and what she did for this competition, and of course all the winnings, all of her winners at the Wimbledon victories. So Frey get it and get to the semi-finals. So he was 113, I think, before, and right now he is jumping to 36. And the last wild card receiver which got so high and even higher was Goran Ivanisevic. And it's not just a finalist, it is a finalist. He also conquered. Yes, he is the only wild card receiver who got it. He wasn't one of the top, as I told you. He was behind, like around 100 at the ranking, ATP ranking. But he won Wimbledon, and this is not only why I'm talking about him, but he is also was one of the coaches of head coaches of Novak Djokovic, who just lost to another finalist, Sinner. What can we say? So both of the games were exciting, but not because of the duration of the match, and this was the interesting part. So Frey lost. It's not a surprise to Mikhail Zverev, or Misha Zverev, how he called usually. Because Misha is in great shape. He just won the French Open, the other Grand Slam, and he is at his peak, because he was waiting to win a Grand Slam for so long. He was at the top, second and the third. He was always at the top 5, top 3 usually. And suddenly it happened. Not suddenly, it happened eventually, and he won the first Grand Slam at the age of 28. I'm sorry if I'm mistaken a little bit. And now he always been in the highest level, but right now with this win, it's like he believes in himself even more, and okay, for him to be at the final of the Wimbledon after winning Frey, it's just obvious, but Frey got a very good year, very good Wimbledon. Wild carder who got all the way to the semi-finals, but unfortunately met Misha Zverev at his top, and 3-0 in sets. Sorry, and Misha will, as I told you, will meet Sinner, the Italian master of the game. After Federer, Nadal, and Novak Djokovic. Novak is still with us, but Federer and Nadal already announced their retirement, and those big three got replaced, but by grade 2, if we may say so, because we have the Sinner and we have the Spanish young player. Both are winning the Grand Slams usually, and of course we still have Novak, So if Novak managed to, let's say, a couple of years ago, he still won Grand Slams. So we could start to think about big three again with Novak being part of the original big three and the new big three. Novak is a great athlete. He won so much. He broke all the records. But Sinner got just recently broke some of the records of being for the duration of wins of his winning streak is the highest in the history, the biggest in the history. His winning rate, okay, but all the others, how much Grand Slams and how much tournaments, Novak is in the top and by far above. He's above Federer, who was who surpassed Sampras, and above Nadal, who surpassed Federer, and Novak is at the top, at the Everest of tennis, if we are talking about the Grand Slams. But after this defeat, it was a really tough defeat. He was very sober and very modest. I think he just gave this true and sincere answers of the game. Okay, he was always half a step after Sinner. He was a level or two. This is his words. But the greatest player of the game telling you this, it is very, very, very nice to hear. So he told his level or even two was behind, fell short of Sinner. For me, Novak was just a great player all the time. He was a little bit with a nose, up. This what I felt. But right now, he becomes, after he achieved so much and everything, he becomes also a great personality. Of course, he was already a great personality, but I saw him like this for the first time, and this is a true honor and a true. I enjoy to see such a great player, such a great athlete. I think he is the most experienced and the best athlete of all the sports, of all the individual ball sports like basketball, football, tennis, and etc. Maybe only after Ronaldo, which we know and we see how he always inventing himself in the way in the physics manner. Although he's not showing his top level for already 4 years, but I mean about Ronaldo. But Novak just recently started to lose to those great young players, and what can we say? He is still trying. He's not still trying. Semi-finals. and most of the time this is semi-finals, quarterfinals, so he's still on the top, but he don't want to stop. He want to get this last. I think he want to get the last win and to go to retirement with his last on the top. Okay, he is going with the Grand Slam in his hand, and okay, but tomorrow it is Mikhail Zverev, the German guy. It's a little bit not so German, but because we just heard that he was talking about his grandmother that came to see the game, and she has all the problem with the visa, and he was so like modest because Russia, hard times. Not everybody likes Russia, but Zverev, and his father, of course, they're descendants of the USSR, came from Russia to Germany, and I think Germany just had so blessed with this player, with this family, and so this is a German Russian speaking great guy, great tennis player with a great attitude and a great like have great motivation for him to win another Grand Slam, one after another, meeting Sinner, the player, one of the best three, or best, just talk about it, or best two, with the Carlos Alcaraz split it between them. So this must be exciting after two really fast semi-finals. I think this would be final for an ages, so or at least for 10 years. Thank you for watching, guys. This is my first tennis analytics, so I think I would like to hear what you think about, and thank you once again, and we will see tomorrow with you the finals of the Wimbledon competition 2026.